informando desde el Fine Wine 2014 de Plaza Cellar desde el Vanderbilt, aquí en el condado. Y hoy tengo una entrevista espectacular para los amantes del Pinot Noir, para los amantes de estos vinos que pueden ser tan complejos, tan difíciles de hacer, cuya cuna es la Borgoña y que en California han encontrado una expresión maravillosa. He quedado literalmente blown away, como decimos en Puerto Rico, con estos vinos de Sea Smoke. Me acompaña Víctor Gallegos. Víctor, thank you for the opportunity. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. I had all three of these wines off camera a little while ago. I had heard about them yesterday. I was here. All of my friends were going nuts about them, and you know, I've been doing interviews all day. This is like my 10th interview with you, and I knew you were gonna run out of wine. So I knew I had to go find you. Please tell us about the winery. Tell us about the project.
So Sea Smoke is an estate project. It's right in the middle of an appellation called Sta Rita Hills, which is a really unusual appellation. It's the latitude is in Tunisia. Okay. So it's very south, which is Santa Barbara County in this case, but it's a bizarre thing because it's a Region 1 microclimate, which is the coldest of grape growing microclimates, located at the latitude of Tunisia. Okay. So you get these amazing developed flavors, but with the acidity of being in a cool climate. So you have this amazing balance, which for me was really unusual when I moved there. It was an amazing thing. So it's the southernmost Region 1 microclimate ever discovered on the planet. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, so it's a really unusual thing. So the Pinot Noir there in general has a very interesting character, very ripe flavor, but good with food because it still maintains the acidity. Right, right. What the name? What does it come from? Sea Smoke. So what makes this a Pinot Noir region or appellation is that every day at around 4:30, the weather changes. So 4:30 in the morning. 4:30 in the afternoon. In the afternoon. So it's 85 degrees normally during the day. At 1:30 the wind starts. 4:30 the fog enters and drops the temperature to 52 degrees and makes it Pinot Noir territory. That fog is called Sea Smoke. Oh, so there you go. Okay, beautiful. And for how long has the winery been operational? For how long? So we planted in '99. Okay. The first vintage was 01. Okay. So this is 2012 that we're drinking, except for the... Let's get into the wines. Yeah. People out there are saying, shut up and taste the wines. We want to know what's in them. So what's this baby right here? Sea Spray. So I heard about this yesterday. I had my good friend Andres Ramirez de Arellano, you know, going nuts about this Sea Spray. What can you tell us about this one? So we started making a sparkling Blanc de Noir, which means, you know, in French it means white of black. So it's all made from Pinot Noir red grapes, and it's first it was kind of a crazy idea, and then we decided, well, we really like this, and so we're going to continue. But the style is a little bit different because it's finished with 0 sugar. Okay. Sugar hides a lot of ugly, so to make something is a little like this is a little bit risky because you have no sugar to help you at the end. But out of madness, sometimes you get genius results, right? This is unbelievable. It has, this is 100% Pinot? 100% Pinot, lots of time in barrel, lots of time in the bottle, what's called entourage, which means on the throwings in French, meaning the second fermentation in bottle. And I love the spicy notes here, and you get that a little bit of underbrush, you get a little bit of that wild berry, wild raspberry note, and it's delicious. It smells like a very fine, and I'm not making any comparisons, like a very fine champagne. Well, it's delicious. This is not yet available in Puerto Rico, right? It will be next year. We didn't have enough to allocate to Puerto Rico this year, but they'll bring it in next year. In terms of wine food pairings, what would you pair this with? I'm thinking salmon, tuna. Yeah, what I love this with is cushy oysters. Oh, really? My wife is nuts about oysters, so we're going to be purchasing a lot of Sea Spray. Well, not a lot, because we want to leave some for our friends, but this is spectacular. And let me ask you this. We still don't know what this is going to retail for in Puerto Rico, but approximately in the States, how much do you sell this for? About $80. $80. This is spectacular. It's just fantastic. It drinks like a very fine champagne.
I think that you know, it's not far-fetched to say that this will be heralded or received as one of the finest sparklers in the United States. It's delicious.
We've been very fortunate with it so far, so we're happy.
Okay, so when I tasted the two Pinots that we're gonna sample in front of our viewers, you were telling me that the southing is the more feminine of the two, right?
Yes. So a little bit higher acidity, but the idea with this wine is to have complexity, but with elegance still. It's a great food wine because of the higher acidity. And this, for me, is actually our favorite wine in the winery that we make. It's really the expression of sea smoke. Sea smoke is really not about people or the winemaker team, including me.
What a wine.
It's about this place.
I get clove, cola, I get this very vibrant, fresh raspberry. It's not tired. It's not a voluptuous, hedonistic wine. It's got finesse. It's got fruit. It's ethereal. It's delicious.
It's called Sta Rita spice.
Sta Rita spice and southing. The name. What you know? What is the?
It refers to all of the hillsides being south facing on our vineyard.
Who's your winemaker?
Winemaking and sea smoke is a team sport. So Don Schroeder has a winemaker card. I'm the director of winemaking, which means I don't do the hard work.
You travel to Puerto Rico. That's never hard work.
But all the key decisions we make as a team, which is
delicious, fantastic. And this one will end up retailing for 75, 80, around thereabouts.
Actually, a little bit less, maybe 68.
It's so silky. It's so. It's got some floral notes. It's got some spicy notes, and it lingers. It has a persistency. It stays with you after you have swallowed the liquid. It's just fantastic. Not spitting any of this. And this is the big dog. This is the big boy, the 10.
That's a big boy.
Okay, and what's the difference between these two? You said a while ago when we were talking off camera, this comes from the same vineyard, but the barrel is different.
Right, so the way this really happens is the winemaking team, Don and I and Jeanette, in the winter, we blind taste every barrel together. And we know when we come across a 10 barrel. And we look at each other and we all have to agree and we say, yeah, that's the big dog.
This is probably, and you know, I'm probably getting ahead of myself, but I already tasted this off camera, and this is one of the finest Pinot Noirs I've had in my life, period. Because it's not overblown, it's not huge, it's not this massive whack of marmalade, pie-filling jam. It's got fruit, it's big, it's muscular, but at the same time it's refined. It's like, sometimes I've used this analogy and I've said, picture Shaquille O'Neal in his stilettos.
I don't want to.
No, you're not going to picture that. But picture something massive, a big thing, gracing through.
I think that's a great analogy.
So, Shaq O'Neal in stilettos. This is a beautiful, beautiful wine. What would you pair this with, Victor?
What I love this with is risotto with mushrooms, like wild mushrooms. The earthiness of wild mushrooms goes amazing with this.
Are you guys trying to pay an homage or a tribute to Burgundy, or are you making it American? What's the inspiration behind these Pinots?
Well, we do buy a lot of Burgundies every year and keep them in the cellars and taste a lot so that we don't get cellar myopia, thinking that our stuff is the best in the world. And we're definitely influenced by Burgundy, but Burgundy is Burgundy. Exactly. We can't do that, you know, and we would be silly to try to do that. But I think the thing that we learn from their wines is the search for elegance, and that there should never be elbows sticking out, you know? Yeah. So in whatever you're doing, the search for balance is still there.
The finish, what we call here in Puerto Rico the finale, the aftertaste, or the closing of the wine is amazing. I already swallowed it like a minute ago, and it's still there, giving off fruit, spice, brush, earth, minerality, cola, it's like biting on a sweet leaf.
I don't even have to do any talking.
Yeah, I talk too much.
Perfect.
You know, I've
you're perfect.
I've had. Well, I'll give you my resume.
Yeah.
I've had people tell me that I don't let my guests talk. Have you felt that I haven't let you express yourself?
You're awesome. I'm good.
Victor, this is delicious. What a
Thank
wine. You know, I'm a very passionate man, and I seldom get so excited about this wine because for me, it's like a perfect combination of that elegance, that earthiness, that even that barnyard sort of like quality of those Burgundian wines. But then at the same time, you got this American twist to it, that fruit
It's
that ripens more,
Yeah.
and you know you got obviously more sun. You got like a bracing hot sun. This is just delicious
Thank you.
wines. I've been more than fortunate to have this chance. So Victor, thank you so much. We'll definitely be in touch.
Okay.
And I wish you nothing but the best here in Puerto Rico. You're going to have many fans.
I appreciate it.
Amigos, estos Pinot Noirs y este Sea Spray son joyas. Así de sencillo. Son unos vinazos de elegancia, de mucha clase, de mucha sofisticación. Un vino celestial. Un vino que realmente debe usted probarlo para creerlo. De los mejores Pinot Noirs que he tomado en mi vida son los de Sismo. Seguiremos informando. Salud, Víctor, muchas gracias por la oportunidad y seguimos aquí desde el Fine Wine de Plaza Cellars en el Vanderbilt del Condado. Salud.